Here's the truth. If you're over 40 and dieting to lose weight, you're not failing. The diets are failing you. Did you know that up to 95% of diets fail long term? And here's the kicker. For women in midlife, dieting doesn't just fail, it actually backfires. Hey, I'm Dr. Ellen, the Midlife Whisperer. I'm a registered dietitian, psychologist, and midlife coach who helps women thrive at midlife. Stick with me because in this video, I'm going to share exactly why diets fail and what you can do instead. So the other day, I was working with a new client named Cindy, and I said to her, "What do you want to get out of our session today?" And she told me that she wanted a diet and she wanted to know how many calories she could eat every day to lose weight. And I kind of cringed, took a deep breath, and here's what I told her, particularly because she is going through menopause and she has two teenage girls who are going through puberty, and the household was in hormonal hell. First of all, I told her that dieting is like wearing shoes that are too small. Sure, you may be able to hobble around in high heels for a couple of hours, but eventually your body starts to scream because your body's job is to protect you from danger. So, what it's doing is it's ratcheting up your hunger, it's ratcheting up the stress hormone cortisol to get you to eat because it thinks that there is a famine around the corner. So what happens is when cortisol goes up, your appetite goes up, belly fat goes up. In addition, cortisol is made from the same precursor as estrogen. So if your body is using all of that precursor, pregnenolone, to make cortisol, there's nothing left for estrogen. And this can really create more hormonal havoc and it exacerbate things like belly fat, weight gain, brain fog, which you're going to have when your calories are too low as well, and also even contribute to things like hot flashes. Number two, when you are restricting your calories, when you're on a crazy fad diet, your hunger goes up and you have absolutely no willpower to stick to healthy eating. It can really set you up for binging, emotional eating, stress eating. And what happens is that fuels a cycle where you feel guilt and shame, and then you look for another diet. You go ahead and you binge or emotionally eat again, and you're on this terrible cycle where you feel really terrible about yourself. And is it any wonder that you don't have motivation to eat right and take care of your body? Dieting, in addition to fueling guilt and shame and this spiral, it also gets you to focus on external things like how many calories you're eating, how many macros you're eating, instead of focusing on your body's barometer of hunger and satiety. When you eat when you're hungry, you stop when you're full, your body will eventually get to a natural, healthy weight that's right for you, where you don't have to count calories. You don't have to think about all the time, did I eat too much, too little? Your body wants to maintain what's called homeostasis. It wants to be in balance. And also, again, at midlife, it creates this havoc where you've got these cortisol surges, estrogen is not able to be where it needs to be for you to feel good. You also get blood sugar swings, which actually can set you up for more cravings and insulin resistance. And it just creates this perfect storm where you're in survival mode rather than thrive mode. And let's face it, the diet industry is a multi-million dollar industry built on women wanting to shrink themselves, wanting to doubt themselves. And there's just an endless array of fad diets that don't have your best interests at heart. They want you to fail so that you'll try another diet again and again. And at midlife, you really need food freedom. You need to forget about this diet monkey on your back so you can focus on what matters. And in addition, at midlife, particularly as you're going through menopause, it's really important to focus on your healthy eating. Because if you haven't been taking care of your body starts to speak up and you might start having issues with like heart disease, and you have to focus on bone health and preventing things like osteoporosis, and also on strength and keeping muscle mass up, which is so important in midlife. If your calories are too low, it's impossible to have energy and it's impossible to build muscle mass. So Diets fail, it's biology, it's psychology. When you think about, to say, don't think about a pink elephant, that's what you think about when you're trying to not think about food and you're restricting calories. All you can think about is when your next meal is. So reframe this. If you are dieting to try to lose weight, I encourage you to focus on taking care of yourself. I encourage you to take care of your body like it's your best friend, not be on this total self-improvement project. Your body is your partner, it's not the enemy. Treat your body and treat yourself with compassion. So if diets have failed you, share in the comments your experience. I would love to know. And go ahead and grab my midlife eating guide. It will give you an idea of the foods to eat more of and the foods to eat less of. And I've also got a great recipe for a wonderful breakfast meal for you. Thank you so much for listening. Please like and subscribe so that you will receive all my science, meat, soul, midlife wisdom.